وكيف الحال يا تلميذ جميع الحال في النعم.
جزاك الله أستاذي بدار الخلد ذا القمم.
بها أنهار من لبن وخمر ما لها سقم.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. شر الأمور محدثاتها فإن كل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. أعاذنا الله وأجارنا من النار. Brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum. This is the 6th day of Ramadan, the 304 after Hijrah. It is the 10th. Going to continue, inshallah ta'ala, from where we stopped. We are in Surah Al-Baqarah, and we've reached up to verses, up to verse 97. 97. So we're going to continue from there, inshallah. Verse 97, Allah says, tell the Jews that say that they are the preferred ones, the beloved of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, instead of other human beings. Then Allah said, now just pray for your death if you are truthful. Because if you love Allah, you will love to die and meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when you say Jannah is for you alone, then why don't you, pray that you just die and go into Jannah? And this verse, 97, the Jews accuse Jibril and Jibril for, gossiping, telling the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam things you should not have told him about their forefathers. So Allah says, whoever is an enemy of Jibril alayhi salam, but it is Allah that sent Jibril to reveal the Quran to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this Quran, testifies, affirms all the revealed books. So what is there? There's no contradiction. It's just affirming. Maybe you might say, yes, there are, some difficulties between your grandparents and Allah. Allah has informed the Prophet about all this. But it's not the matter of Jibril himself. That's why the next verse, 98, said, من كان عدوا لله وملائكته بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم من كان عدوا لله وملائكته ورسله وجبريل وميكال فإن الله عدو للكافرين. Allah says, من كان عدوا لله, whoever is an enemy of Allah. But if you are an enemy of Jibril, it's Allah that sent you. So invariably you are an enemy of Allah himself. You understand? You are not fighting the enemy of Jibril. In essence, you are fighting Allah himself. Because it's Allah that sent you. That's why Allah says, then, let me be clear. Man kana aduwwan lillahi, whoever is an enemy of Allah, wa malaikati, and his angels, not even Jibril alayhi salam, because there are other angels for different purposes. Then Allah said, wa rusulihi, and his messengers. including the Prophet Muhammad that is now telling you what you don't want to hear. What Jibril, and then the angel itself, Jibril, that you are accusing, وَمِيكَالَ, and in fact, including Mikael, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ عَدُوٌّ لِلْكَافِرِينَ. Now, get to know this. Allah is an enemy of the unbelievers. Because it's disbelief to accuse angels, to accuse prophets, to accuse even Allah Himself. This is called disbelief. That's why Allah said, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ عَدُوٌّ لِلْكَافِرِينَ. Allah is now an enemy of all the non-believers. You understand? So if that is to say it's disbelief to accuse prophets, is disbelief to accuse angels, is disbelief to have question marks on what Allah revealed, that is revealed book, Torah, Injil, Zabura, and Quran, and other revealed books. If you have doubts about any of these, it's called disbelief. Disbelief in one prophet, that prophet is disbelief on all prophets. That's why Allah said, وَمِيكَانَ وَجِبْرِيلَ وَمِيكَانَ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ عَدُوٌّ لِلْكَافِرِينَ. And then, say, وَمَلَائِكَتِهِ وَرُسُلِهِ. Rusul, that's the plural of Rasul. They do not say they don't believe in Musa as a prophet, but they now are questioning the prophethood of Prophet Muhammad. Then Allah says, this one is equal to disbelief on all prophets. So if you say, me, I don't believe, say, Musa is a prophet, that means even Muhammad, you are now accusing him of spreading. That amounts to disbelief. If you say you believe in the Quran, you believe in the Torah, but you don't believe in the Injil, you are equally saying you don't believe in the Quran. You understand? Because it's the Quran that gives you the information about the Injil and all the revealed books. This is why we know that yes, Allah reveals the books. So a true Muslim is one that believes in all the prophets, all the messages, all the revealed books, all the angels. You believe in all as sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why Allah says, if you have doubt in any of this, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ عَدُوٌّ لِلْكَافِرِينَ. Allah is now an open enemy to all disbelievers. Then he said, وَلَقَدْ أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ آيَاتٍ بَيِّنَاتٍ وَمَا يَكْفُرُ بِهَا إِلَّا الْفَاسِقُونَ. وَلَقَدْ أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ آيَاتٍ بَيِّنَاتٍ. We have indeed revealed to you ayats. That's the Quran. And it's clear. All the information, the expression, the wordings are all clear for all to understand, to learn. That's why you can see non-believers just by reading the Quran, they become Muslims. Because the message there is clear. And the premise is, whatever you read in the Quran, the words exactly meant what they can. You don't, translate otherwise. If Allah says yes, it's yes. If Allah, for example, says He has a hand, hand. Don't interpret otherwise. If Allah says, he becomes angry, then say Allah also can become angry. And if Allah is happy with something, Allah is happy. You understand? Don't just say, no, it doesn't mean that Allah can be angry or not. But why? It's Allah that says, not the path of those that who harm your anger. So Allah can become angry. What in essence I'm trying to say is that don't interpret the wordings just to change the exact meaning. You go by the wordings of the Quran and Hadith, except, scholars say, except if you have a valid reason to translate otherwise. So the premise, the original thing is that whatever you read in the Quran is exactly what Allah means. Do you understand? وَلَقَدْ أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ آيَاتٍ بَيِّنَاتٍ. Clear. There is no hidden interpretation with the verses. Don't say, hey, but not every verse. No, exactly, because it's talking to human beings, people, and Allah has given us intellect to reflect, read, and understand. أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ أَمْ عَلَىٰ قُلُوبٍ أَقْفَالُهَا. Why don't people read the Quran with clear understanding? Or do they have lids that close their hearts? So the Quran is speaking to human hearts directly. So if Allah is speaking to you directly, then who would just say, no, but it's not the meaning? Why not? Why not? This is true interpretation of any verse of the Quran. You should go by the wordings. Except if you have a clear and valid reason to say no, but this time around, this is what is meant. I hope the message is clear. So you can take Quran anytime, anywhere, and read and get the message and apply it. Do you understand? Some scholars want to scare us. They want to monopolize the knowledge. They want to say that only them can understand the Quran, only them can understand the Hadith. So they will just hear us and say, not every word you hear in the Quran is one that you apply. No. Scholars say, real scholars say, it is exactly what you read that Allah SWT meant. Because it's speaking to hearts. That is how non-believers become Muslims. They read the Quran. Somebody said, when you started reading the Quran, the first verse Quran that he read, touched his heart. He said, Alif Lam Mim, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. Then he started to say, what kind of book is this that will impress itself that there is no error in it? So you see, the Quran has spoken to his mind. It has shared some inquisition, some reason to know more. So if you say you should not translate the Quran the exact wordings, then how did this man got this message? Say, okay, let me see. They continue reading. When we reached Qul huwallahu ahad, he said, as if the Quran was talking to him, Qul say. That's the meaning of Qul say. Huwallahu ahad, Allah is one. He said, subconsciously, he began to say, Allahu ahad. I think the Quran was communicating to him. Communicating with him, he said, Qul. He said, I said, Allahu ahad. Allah, Allah, he became a Muslim before knowing it. In fact, he was afraid to tell his wife that he's not a Muslim. He was afraid because he didn't know what reaction followed. He told later on he learned that she also was a Muslim. He said, what happened? He said, what happened? Hey, I read the Quran. They became Muslims. Jibril. My journey to Islam. So you see, read the Quran, digest what you understand, apply it. The Quran is speaking to you. The Quran is speaking to me. The Quran is speaking to everyone, not to specialists. It's speaking to everyone. So anyone that says the Quran, you don't know the meaning, it's not exactly what you read, I say, no, come to us. They just want to disturb and waste your time. نسأل الله تعالى التوفيق والسداد إنه ولي ذلك والقادر عليه. That is what.
ولما جاءهم رسول من عند الله مصدق لما معهم أوكلما عاهدوا عهدا نبذه فريق منهم بل أكثرهم لا يؤمنون.
Now the last part of the last verse, وَلَقَدْ أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ آيَةً بَيِّنَةً وَمَا يَكْفُرُ بِهَا إِلَّا الْفَاسِقُونَ. No one will disbelieve in the Quran except the transgressors, those that decide on their own to go against what Allah will. That is to say, they have seen the light, but they decided to go against it. Their mind told them the truth, but they refused to follow the truth that their mind have seen. You understand? Then Allah said, "Our kullama ahadu ahdan." Whenever they made a promise, nabadahu fariqun. You see some of them, these disbelievers, they will just throw away the promise. They will never fulfill the promises. And most of these are the ones who call the learned among them. Because Allah says, وَقَاتِلُوا أَئِمَّةَ الْكُفْرِ إِنَّهُمْ لَا أَيْمَانَ لَهُمْ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَّقُونَ. The leaders of this disbelief, because they never give any trust, any command. They do not do that. So they are the ones, the leaders, the preachers among them. Let's domesticate it. For example, in our churches here, the pastors, they know the truth, but they will not tell the congregation because of what they gave, the worldly thing. Some of them used to say after they converted Islam that their fear was that in Christianity they were leaders. So they were being followed. They get tithes, you understand? They get money. But now if they become Muslims, nobody will give them what they were earning. So that was their fear. So they decided to keep the secret, secret. They do not want to reveal it. But most of them do not believe. In fact, most of the world do not believe in Allah. Allah says, if you obey most of those that are dwelling on earth in this world, they will lead you astray, away from the path of Allah. So our duty as Muslims and those given the intellect, the clear and sound mind, is just to ask simple questions. What do Allah mean by this verse? If it's translated to you, then you start asking, or if it's an hadith, is this hadith authentic? If it says yes, proven authentic, then ask the next thing, how do the Prophet ﷺ apply it? Then you begin acting. You don't need to say, but the scholars of our time, or my imam, my mosque, or my sheikh, or my this said otherwise. You don't need to, quote any person beside the Prophet ﷺ. If you have the words of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, discard all other words. All other human words. Any human being beside the Prophet ﷺ is not as important than the Prophet ﷺ. As a Muslim, you are asked to obey and follow the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, not any other person. لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. Just follow the good example of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And Allah says, whatever the Prophet brings forth, accept it. Whatever he asks you to refrain from, run away from it. وَمَا أَتَاكُمُ الرَّسُولُ فَخُذُوهُ وَمَا نَهَاكُمْ عَنْهُ فَانْتَهُوا. Only the Prophet. Not even Abu Bakr, not even Umar, not even Uthman, not even Ali, not even the companions combined together. As long as you have the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, this suffices. All other human words should be kept aside. Allah said in the Quran, whoever obeys this prophet, that's the Prophet Muhammad has indeed obeyed Allah. And Allah will not ask you about any sheikh on the day of judgment, any imam, any scholar on the day of judgment, when he's going to ask you about the Prophet Muhammad. Yes. So you should know better. No one should say anything to counter that of the Prophet Muhammad and you follow it. In that case, you are deliberately going against Allah's injunction. نعوذ بالله من ذلك. أو كلما عاهدوا عهدا نبذه فريق منهم بل أكثرهم لا يؤمنون. Then next one.
ولما جاءهم رسول من عند الله مصدق لما معهم نبذ فريق من الذين أوتوا الكتاب كتاب الله وراء ظهورهم كأنهم لا يعلمون.
ولما جاءهم رسول من عند الله, whenever a prophet from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sent to them, مصدق لما معهم, and this prophet is testifying, is affirming, confirming what they have in their revealed books. Because Allah has made a prophet, a kind of promise with all the prophets that whenever another prophet comes, you should inform your congregation that even after me, another prophet comes, you should just follow and believe in that next prophet. And all the prophets have done that. So that is what the ummah of that prophet are the ones to either obey the injunction of their prophet and follow the new prophet, or to disobey. It's left to them. But now Allah is telling us, these are the kind of people that disobey their prophets, the Jews. He said, وَلَمَّا جَاءَهُمْ رَسُولٌ, whenever a messenger comes, مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَمُصَدِّقٌ لِمَا مَعَهُ, this prophet is not contradicting what they have in their revealed books. In fact, it's affirming, confirming what they have. He said, نَبَذَ فَرِيقٌ مِّنَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ, some of them will just throw away the book. That is, they will refuse to, apply, to comply with the injunctions in the books. So, نَبَذَ فَرِيقٌ مِّنَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ وَرَاءَ كِتَابَ اللَّهِ وَرَاءَ ظُهُورِهِمْ, far away behind. That is to say, they will not even turn around to see. They will completely forget the injunctions as if they were not revealed in the books. In fact, some of them went to the extent of using their dirty hands to change the injunction from the book. They write what they want on them by themselves. You understand? They change and then they say, this is how Allah revealed it. Then Allah says, فَوَيْلٌ لِلَّذِينَ يَكْتُبُونَ الْكِتَابَ بِأَيْدِيهِمْ. Severe punishment awaits those that wrote the book on using their own hands, dirty hands, filthy hands, to change what is revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَوَيْلٌ لِلَّذِينَ يَكْتُبُونَ الْكِتَابَ بِأَيْدِيهِمْ ثُمَّ يَقُولُونَ هَذَا مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ, and they will say that is exactly how Allah revealed it. لِيَشْتَرُوا بِهِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا, because they want to earn a few dollars. They even write 2 million copies already sold. The best-selling book ever on earth. We have made this. That's what you see sometimes written on the Bible. Over 2 million copies sold. Why? Because you want the money. That's why you change. You will decide to say, but why should you always say man of God, man of God? Man is, masculine in gender. Why don't you say child of God? They say, okay, now women are protesting. Why don't you say child of God? They say, okay, then the next edition, they say, instead of man of God, they say child of God. because they want the money. Now in England, Church of England is trying to see how they can remove gender in God, because their belief is that God does not have a gender. When you say God is, He is, as if you are giving God gender. So they want to see what kind of word they will use to, neutralize the gender of God, make Him genderless. Subhanallah. Book of Allah, do you call this Book of Allah? And after they have done that, they say they have done the best, edition ever of the Bible. People will begin to buy, rush to buy, they will make money. لِيَشْتَرُوا بِهِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا فَوَيْلٌ لَهُم مِّمَّا كَتَبَتْ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَوَيْلٌ لَهُم مِّمَّا يَكْسِبُونَ. Severe punishment awaits them because of what they have written in the book of Allah using their own hands. Muslims cannot and can never change the Quran. No one, in fact, can ever change a word. Allah says, "Inna nahnu nazzalna al-dhikra wa inna lahu lahafidhun." We are the ones that revealed this book, and we are the ones to protect it. He didn't say He didn't promise to protect Torah, Injil, Zabura, or whatever, but He has promised to protect the Quran. That's why you see you can memorize the Quran by heart. Do you understand? في صدور الذين أوتوا العلم. It's there in people's hearts. So even if you want to change, a small boy of Islamia school will just tell you that, "Sir or Daddy, you have made a mistake there." It's that simple. But no one can claim he has memorized the whole of the Bible. No one. Not even the Pope. Not even the Pope. Do you understand? Can boast of memorizing the whole of the Bible. But the Quran, millions of Muslims have memorized. So even without the Quran, you can still have Quran. Let's say, for example, all the textbooks, the text Quran text has been collected from us. See, for the next 10 years, Quran will never, vanish. You will always have Quran in our hearts. Once one of the scholars that was, taken into prison by a tyrant, leadership, said, denied him Quran. Said, in the Quran, they said, "Go away." You know, they said, "Quran, you can certainly go away. My Quran is already in my heart." So denying me a copy of the Quran does not mean anything. I can still recite Quran from the beginning to the end. Do you understand? That's one beauty about Islam. Islam is very beautiful. It's the religion for all years, all ages, all times. Alhamdulillah for being Muslims. Allah says, نَبَذَ فَرِيقٌ مِنَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ كِتَابَ اللَّهِ وَرَاءَ ظُهُورِهِمْ كَأَنَّهُمْ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. As though they have never learned anything about revealed books. They will just forget totally. The verses, a few verses before this, Allah said, they will just say, "No, we are not going to believe you. We just, believe in what has been revealed to us. We just hold our Torah and, work with it, and that's why we are not going to become Muslims." Why? Because they assumed the last and final prophet is going to be one of their brethren, a Jew. But then, unknown to them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to send an Arab. And whoever is the prophet leads the world. But they want to continue leading the world. Now, if they become Muslims, they are going to become passengers. They don't want to become passengers. They say, "We are not going to believe in this prophet." That's why when any prophet comes to them, نَبَذَ فَرِيقٌ مِنَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ كِتَابَ اللَّهِ وَرَاءَ ظُهُورِهِمْ. They just say, "No, we are not going to believe." كَأَنَّهُمْ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. The next verse is long. I don't know, we may not have all the time to go. Maybe Allah is going to read through so that we earn the reward. Whatever we translate, you understand, we leave it for the next day, inshallah. Allah.
واتبعوا ما تتلو الشياطين على ملك سليمان وما كفر سليمان ولكن الشياطين كفروا يعلمون الناس السحر وما أنزل على الملكين ببابل هاروت وماروت وما يعلمان من أحد حتى يقولا إنما نحن فتنة فلا تكفر فيتعلمون منهما يفرقون به بين المرء وزوجه وما هم بضارين به من أحد إلا بإذن الله ويتعلمون ما يضرهم ولا ينفعهم ولقد علموا لمن اشتراه ما له في الآخرة من خلاق ولبئس ما شروا به أنفسهم لو كانوا يعلمون.
الحمد لله بارك الله فيك. ولما جاءهم رسول واتبعوا ما تتلو الشياطين على ملك سليمان. They decided to just follow what the jinns, some of them were reciting, were just telling lies against Prophet Sulaiman. They used to say Sulaiman alayhi salam has the power to rule over human beings and jinns by the magic sihr. You can see it's a lie, planted lie. That's because Allah is going to say they are lying. Because Sulaiman is a prophet. And any prophet, whatever you say to degrade the position, the personality of the prophet is amount to proof. You understand? Then when they say, Allah says, وَاتَّبَعُوا مَا تَتْلُو الشَّيَاطِينُ عَلَى مُلْكِ سُلَيْمَانَ. They agree to follow what the angels, the jinns, the fasiqun among them. They were telling lies against Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam that he uses magic, to rule over man and jinn. Allah says, وَمَا كَفَرَ سُلَيْمَانَ. Sulaiman has never apostated. He's never a kafir. What does this mean? It means whoever don't say magic is a kafir. From the Quran. I'm not just saying it. People might say, right now, you have to protect yourself, you have to do this, blah, blah, blah. This time is a very difficult time. Otherwise, the junior ones will be attacking the senior ones. You need to protect it. Whoever does sihr, sihiri, is a kafir by the wordings of the Quran, not me. You understand? So you should be very careful. To protect your iman is one of the most difficult things given to you. Protect your iman. You understand? This alone can earn you Jannah. This alone can earn you Jannah. Because the Prophet ﷺ is saying, "Man kana fi qalbihi mithqala dharratin min iman, dakhala al-jannah." Whoever has even an atom weight of iman in his heart will enter into Jannah. Because to protect your iman alone is a very big thing given to you by Allah. There are thieves that can steal away your iman, in varieties. People will just tell you things that might fit, your ears, your hearing. You want to hear more of this. But unknown to you that they are stealing your iman. Oh, you need to protect yourself. Honestly, people are jealous of this information. So you should do this, do that, do that. Hey, is that so? He has already, stolen your iman. Sihr is kufr, according to Allah, not me. So those involved in sihr should fear Allah and repent. وَمَا كَفَرَ سُلَيْمَانَ وَلَكِنَّ الشَّيَاطِينَ كَفَرُوا. But the shayateen, the jinns that teach people sihr, are the ones that are kuffar. وَلَكِنَّ الشَّيَاطِينَ كَفَرُوا يُعَلِّمُونَ النَّاسَ السِّحْرَ. They are the ones, teaching people how to do sihr. how to do magic. So you should know that all people that call themselves ulama, but they are doing sihr. In fact, they are doing kufr. There's a difference between somebody is doing kufr and somebody becoming kafir. Let's differentiate. Doing kufr is an act, but becoming kafir is a state. So anyone can do kufr without becoming kafir. It's possible because some people do not know that they are going apostate. They do not know. Honestly, somebody does not know that applying sihr is kufr. So you cannot say he is kafir. He can become kafir only when he realizes that doing kufr is kafir and he agrees or accepts continue doing it. Do you understand? I have written, yes, scholars beginning from the Sahabas, Abdullah bin Abbas, he said that when they call kufrun, do the kufr. Kufr that cannot, send somebody out of the fold of Islam. That is where you do not know. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَمَنْ يُشَاقِقَ الرَّسُولَ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا تَبَيَّنَ لَهُ الْهُدَى وَيَتَّبِعْ غَيْرَ سَبِيلِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ نُوَلِّهِ مَا تَوَلَّى وَنُصْلِهِ جَهَنَّمَ وَسَاءَتْ مَصِيرًا. Whoever goes against the Prophet after, now listen, after he has realized and understood everything that yes, he's going against the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَيَتَّبِعْ غَيْرَ سَبِيلِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, and he refuses to follow the right path of the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is only when Allah says, نُوَلِّهِ مَا تَوَلَّى وَنُصْلِهِ جَهَنَّمَ وَسَاءَتْ مَصِيرًا. We're going to punish him. So if he does kufr without realizing that he's now a kafir, you don't say he's a kafir until when you sit him down, explain to him, then he understands that yes, this is kafir, but I'm not going to stop it. I'm already up to the neck, so I'm not going to stop it. There's no turning back. That is when he can become kafir. But somebody, when you tell him about kufr, he will just, be shocked. I don't know. How can you say this one is kafir? No, it's not a kafir, but a sinner. But whoever dies as a kafir will never ever enter into Jannah. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا وَصَدُّوا عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ ثُمَّ مَاتُوا وَهُمْ كُفَّارٌ فَلَنْ يَغْفِرَ. All those that are disbelievers and they prevent people from following the right path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They send lies against Islam and Muslims to scare people away and do not repent up to the time they die as kuffar, will never ever be forgiven. Never ever be forgiven. But anything besides this can be forgiven by Allah. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُشْرِكُ لَا يَغْفِرُ أَنْ يُشْرَكَ بِهِ وَيَغْفِرُ مَا دُونَ ذَلِكَ. Allah can, forgive anything that is not out to kufr, but for those that he so wishes, depending on the mind of that person committing the kufr. If he was committing it, voluntarily and happily, he was happy he's doing kufr, then Allah knows. But if he didn't know, or even if he was forced to do kufr, because there are people that have been forced to do kufr. For example, some companions of the Prophet were asked to abuse the Prophet or be killed. Two of them said they rather be killed than to abuse the Prophet. The third one was so scared that he did what they wanted. He came back to the Prophet so scared, shivering. He said, he's lost, he's lost. What made you lost? He said, this is what happened to my colleagues, and they were just killed before me. And they asked me to say this against you. I said it. He said, how was your mind when you said this? He said, full of iman. Then he said, when they repeat. When they hold you hostage again and ask you to, say bad words against me, say it. Don't worry. That is to say, he's not a kafir. Yes, because he has been forced to do kufr. Well, he didn't do it voluntarily. So that's why I said I took all this time to explain to you the difference between committing shirk or kufr and a kafir. There's differences. Yes, it's the same person, but depending on the intention. What made him, said that or did that. So don't rush to say whoever you see doing something, you just say he kafir. This one is kafir. This one is kafir. That one is mushrik. This one is mushrik again. No, don't say that. The Prophet ﷺ says, whoever says to his brother, Ya kafir, faqad ba'a biha ahadun. Now, one of them is becoming kafir. If the world cannot have a rightful place on that person that you point your finger and say is kafir, it bounces back to you. So what do you get by calling people kufar? نسأل الله تبارك وتعالى التوفيق والسداد إنه ولي ذلك والقادر عليه. Any question? It's almost time. We'll say iqama. MashaAllah. Jazakumullah khairan. Tomorrow we continue. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وكيف الحال يا تلميذ جميع الحال في النعم
جزاك الله أستاذي بدار الخلد ذا القمم
بها أنهار من لبن وخمر ما لها سقم.
FARISMA HAUSA TV sabuwar tasha yayi tasha mai tafiya da zamani domin 'yan zamani da take samar da shirye-shirye a manhajar YouTube, bangaren karatun malaman sunna, karatun alkur'ani mai girma, koyarwa na addinin musulunci har ma da darussan yara ƙanana da dai sauransu. A FARISMA HAUSA TV za ku samu abubuwa da za su amfane ku a rayuwanku, su amfane ku a nan duniya har ma da gobe alkiyama. A FARISMA HAUSA TV tasha da gurin ta al'umma da take domin al'umma. Saboda na yi man dacewa, garzaya manhajar YouTube a wayarka ta hannu, ka shiga alamar sat ka nemi FARISMA HAUSA TV. Bayan ka neme ta, ka danna alamar ƙararrawa domin samun shirye-shiryen wannan tasha a koda yaushe. Kasance da FARISMA HAUSA TV domin amfanin